Good morning, friends. Today, I would want to show you live the advantage of a snapshot in VMware Workstation 12 Pro. So, I've built a new virtual machine for this demonstration purposes, and I'm just switching it on. I'm powering on the VM for the very first time, and we can expect a few things as discussed in our earlier videos. So our message net IPv6 MLD QRV one that repeats itself on the first reboot. So I have observed the message to be appearing both on CentOS stream 10 and CentOS stream 9 as well. So this is the message I was referring to, and the immediate action I would like to take is just enter the root credentials and then say sysctl net.ipv6.mld underscore qrv equals 1. So this command will help me suppress all the messages. So I have learned this from a blog on internet. In case of any errors that we come across, there's lot much of knowledge that has been shared. Already people have tried, and there is tons of material available on internet. So you may have to do the right kind of Google search and get things done. So immediately after this is a fresh machine, and I would want to have I would want to show you the advantage of snapshot, right? So let me take a snapshot here. So the process to take a snapshot is go to VM and snapshot, and then take a snapshot. Remember, this is a live VM. The VM is up and running, so I'm taking a snapshot when it is up and running. So I'm just entering the description. I will say this is a fresh machine. That's it, nothing else. Okay, and take a snapshot. The moment I click on take a snapshot, you could have observed a small window uh, that has flashed and gone. It has disappeared. To see the state of the snapshot process, so towards your left bottom corner, you can see that saving state of the same window. If you can just focus on the bottom left corner of VMware Workstation window, you can see the saving state to go from 18%, 19%, and so on. That is the process, the time that it takes for a virtual machine to save the present state. Snapshot is nothing but, okay, this machine's state right now is a fresh machine, and I have done some modification while boot. I have executed a command. I have not done any configuration changes yet. So my intention of configuration changes will be the next stage, and then I would like to take one more snapshot. And if anything goes wrong with the second stage snapshot, I can as well revert to the first stage snapshot. So that is my assumption right now. So let us see how it goes. Let us give it some time for taking the snapshot. That means completing the process of the first snapshot. Furthermore, to this, we will go ahead with our usual procedure, which is disabling the message or rather suppressing the message IPv6 MLD clamping QRV from 1 to 2 using a line of code in a configuration file, which will be sysctl.conf, that is present in /etc directory. So the moment we do the configuration changes on every boot, the message will not appear. So executing sysctl command here as soon as we enter the root user, this is a temporary solution. So this does not take care of every boot. In the present situation, if I am trying to reboot the machine once again, so it will definitely show IPv6 MLD clamping QRV from 1 to 2 message appear once again. So this is the temporary solution. So the permanent solution will be to make changes to the configuration file sysctl.conf, which we will do. And the rest of the things that we would want to perform is to make sure that we have a static IP address, both IPv6 as well as IPv4, and then we will try to take a snapshot after that. Maybe we will consider a few more commands that can be executed, and then we will see what happens. So we will just check what snapshot does during other intervals of time after execution of your commands. So now let me seems that the snapshot process is completed. So left bottom corner it is done, and now I will go ahead with the process that I discussed. So it would be vi/etc/sysctl.conf, and I'm navigating to the end of the file, inserting a line where I say net.ipv6.mld_qrv equals 1, and I am saving the file and quitting it. So WQ exclamation mark towards the bottom of your screen will be write quit, and exclamation mark is to force write and quit. So I'm done. If I would like to watch or see the contents of the file, so with this we will make sure that the message is suppressed on every reboot. So few other commands. I would want to check the IP address. So IPIDDR is the command, because I would like to have the IPv6 address which is dynamically there. I don't understand IPv6 address as it is. The reason why I am typing IPADDR command at this stage is I will enter the same IP address and make it static and change the ENS32 which is my adapter. You will see both adapters, right? So you will see a loopback adapter and the physical adapter that is there on this virtual machine, ENS32. Okay, so the commands to make things static IP along with making it manual. You can also see the configuration actually. So the configuration file would be etc network manager system connections, and this is the file. So if you can just see the contents of the file, you will clearly understand that the method is auto. That means the IP addresses are fetched from a DHCP, from my local home router or office router. So to change this to manual mode and to a static IP address, these are the commands: nm cli connection modify, and ENS32 is the adapter, IPv4 dot address. So that's the address, and followed by subnet mask and IPv4 dot gateway 29.1. so that will be my IPv4 address. And similarly, I would want to have IPv6 address. All these things, all these commands are already discussed in our earlier videos, but it would be good to have a repetition. 2405.201 C00F F02A 20C 29FF FE3C B4 DE 64. So at this point in time, as IPv6 addresses are slightly confusing, just check before you hit enter. It is better to check the IP address what you have mentioned is right or wrong. So I guess I have made a mistake here. F02A 20C 29FF FE3C B4DE /64. Yeah, now it seems to be correct. So that is static. I made the IP static. Does it make any changes to the configuration file? Yes. So it has made changes to the configuration file. Now I would want to make the auto method to static. So the same command almost can be used, but without the rest of the parameters. I would want to use method. So the command remains same. So if you just observe the commands that I've executed of nmcli connection modify ENS32, until that everything is common. So IPv4 dot method. Earlier I used IPv4 address and IPv4 gateway. Now I am trying to use method. That's it. So IPv4 is done. Now IPv6, that is also done. So at this stage I would like to reboot. So our observation should be that the reoccurring messages should be gone, and the IP address assigned to this machine has to be static. So let us take another snapshot here as soon as the machine is up and running, and we will, in case any other messages are popping up after reboot, we will ignore them for a while and we will continue with our learning process. Okay, IPADDR works fine, and your configuration file, now it should be manual. So now we have configured the IP address to be static and method to be manual. We have successfully completed that. Let us now go to the menu, then we say VM, then take a snapshot. So in this I will write a description saying that completed sysctl configuration IPv6 MLD QRV completed. configuring IPv4 and IPv6 addresses. That's it. And I take a snapshot here. So once again, it takes a second snapshot. So we will just wait until the snapshot process is completed. Similar to our earlier experience, the saving state towards your bottom left corner is always displayed. So right now I guess we are at 14%. So this will clearly make us understand what we are trying to do and how Snapshot will be helping us. The moment this process is completed, we should see the snapshot to have the second one. Okay. My observation here is, if I click while the process is going on, if I click on snapshot 2, and it will pop up a message saying that by restoring to this snapshot, the current state will be lost. Do you want to restore? Let us observe what happens. Though it is not recommended, let us see for experimentation purpose. I am hitting on yes. So it says saving virtual machine state to snapshot 2, and it is trying to show us that it is doing some process and it is shutting off the machine. It is rather rebooting the machine. And now you observe that restoring state has come to almost 100% and it is done. Okay, that is what happens. Though it is not suggested, the process of going to VM, then snapshot, and then snapshot 2 until unless the restoring state is completed. So this is a small observation that I would want you all to know about. Now we have completed the restoration part, and then it says restoring state is 100%. Let us wait for some more time, and let us try to install a few more packages before we take another snapshot. So this process will clearly give you an idea that okay, this is what snapshot is all about. So I quickly will run dnf install epel release. Okay, these are few small packages that get installed very quick. Okay, done. And then dnf install wget -y. So this is also done, and now I collect the third snapshot. So snapshot, and then take a snapshot, and we executed, rather installed epel release and wget. So a brief description that will give you a clear idea when you go back or move forward to any snapshots that you have created. It is very strongly suggested to have such kind of descriptions, and then hit on take snapshot, and let us wait till it completes. We will not disturb the machine with our previous experiments. So let us wait and see the advantage of the snapshots. So what happens when we go back to snapshot 1, whether the machine gets rebooted and whether it attains the state 1. Point number 1. Point number 2 will be Can we travel from state 1, that is snapshot 1, to snapshot 2 and then snapshot 3? We have taken 3 snapshots, right? So forward, reverse, how can we navigate? So now we will have the possibility of navigating both ways. We should be having that control. But let us see if our understanding of moving back or moving forward with the snapshots, is it possible, really possible with VMware Workstation, or uh, are we having a right or wrong impression that okay, if I go to snapshot 1, I will not be able to go to snapshot 2 once again, or if I am going to snapshot 3, I am not allowed to go back to snapshot 2 or snapshot 1. So forward and reverse mechanisms we'll just observe and see. I guess it will take some more time, but yeah, I would want to um get feedback from you guys on my videos, allowing me to improve the content. And if there is something very new that you would want to understand about VMware Workstation 12 Pro features, or regarding the CentOS installation, the basic voice installation, basic commands that we execute, and the installation of services like Mosquito and IIoT devices. I've just posted smart energy monitoring system using PZAM 0040 version 3.0. So regarding that, I wish to have some feedback from you guys, which will help me understand if you have gone with your experiment successfully, or if you are facing any issues. So if you are facing any issues, uh, that will be welcome. You can just post in your comments saying that okay, we are stuck here, what do we do? Or otherwise, I have also shared my WhatsApp number and my email ID as well. I would want to see more number of people interact, and let us share knowledge across. And I am very sure that such kind of basics are not taught everywhere. There are very few YouTube channels where I have seen a good amount of explanation has been done, and I also hope that these videos will help you. Yeah, we are done. It seems that the snapshot 3 has been completed. So let us check what snapshot gives for us. So right now we are in a snapshot 3 stage. So let me go back to snapshot 1. Okay, otherwise let me take you through an option called snapshot manager. So just let me click here. So it shows snapshot 1. The description is clearly given. There's a fresh machine, and then snapshot 2 completed sysctl configuration to suppress the message IPv6 MLDQRV, and completed configuration IPv4 and v6, and then successfully installed EPL release and wget. So both the packages were installed in snapshot 3, and right now we are here. Okay, we will revisit this option once again. So let us go back to VM, snapshot, and snapshot 1. What does it do? By restoring uh, this snapshot, the current state will be lost. So we have to be very careful in going ahead and choosing yes. Do you want to restore to snapshot 1? So as we are experimenting and we wanted to understand what it does, and this is a experimental setup, So no harm in going ahead and hit on yes. Okay, the moment I hit yes, the virtual machine gets restarted, it gets rebooted, and VMware Workstation is trying to get me back to the state where it is, we have seen that the fresh machine is there without any modifications, and I have entered the root and password, and then immediately the messages came and I suppressed it using sysctl space net IPv6 MLD QRV equals 1. Okay, this is snapshot, definitely snapshot 1. And let me see if I have the other ones available. Yes, we have the other ones available, and let me also see if I can go directly to snapshot 2 or snapshot 3. But before moving or navigating to snapshot 2, let me go and see what snapshot manager does. So right now we are here, and it clearly shows that I am at snapshot 1. This is a very useful graphical representation that we have in the snapshot manager. So I would strongly suggest everyone to experiment with such things to understand VMware Workstation much better. This has phenomenal fantastic features, but you should explore. And VM, I say snapshot and I go to snapshot 3. And do you want to restore? Now that we have a lot of confidence, we can say yes. So the same process is there. It reboots, kind of reboots the machine. It is not a complete reboot, and goes to that state. In that stage, what we have done is we have manually configured the IP addresses, and we have even configured the sysctl.conf, and similarly snapshot 3. Yes, that's it. The things will be very quick. It is not a complete reboot, so only the state is changing. So in this state we have already installed both the packages EPL release and wget. So this is it, guys. So this is all about snapshot. It's a huge advantage if you wanted to go step by step, and in case in some step maybe you have taken 10 different snapshots, and 9th snapshot onwards to 10th snapshot you failed. So you can as well revert back to your 9th snapshot, not losing anything that you have done earlier, and once again experiment. Your experiment can continue. So this is what snapshot is all about. Thanks for watching. I hope this video will be very helpful for you all to understand snapshot, and don't forget to get back to me in case of any issues or questions, or WhatsApp, or an email. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye bye.